Tasmania show. Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmania show.
Tasmanian show.
Tasmanian show.
Tasmanian show.
You already know what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Wagwan gang, back in this thing, and if you really gang, bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuning into the Tasmania show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies, and today we talking about Keefe D, the guy that is arrested for allegedly killing Tupac. Rest in peace, Tupac, first and foremost. This is, I'm just going to say straight up and down, this feels like it's about to be a goofy episode. And what I mean by that, I can't even, like, it's been a lot of dumb shit that's been just going on in general, but this right here is just not making any sense. I know a couple of, last year when the Diddy or I don't know what, man, things been happening so fast, but when the Diddy documentary dropped, there was so much that was going on, like messages about Keefe D and then Keefe D being on trial. So now he's about to be, we're a couple of weeks away from his trial with Tupac, but he's saying now after he dropped the book that he didn't kill he has nothing to do with it. This shit don't make any sense to me. We just gonna jump into Keefe D breaking down the whole book and that he was put up for 150. This shit don't make no sense, gang.
With investigator Vanessa Murphy. A quick note, our team was not allowed to put a microphone on Davis due to security. That's why we've included subtitles.
The trial surrounding the murder of rap legend Tupac Shakur nearly 30 years ago is just days away. We were given the rare opportunity to sit down with the man at the center of it all, Dwayne Keefe D. Davis, face to face while he waits here in jail.
Did you have anything to do with the murder of Tupac Shakur?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I wasn't even in the battle. I wasn't in the battle, period.
Do you regret the book and the interview?
Yeah, I was just after the money, and they said I was covered. I did it for the money. You know what I'm saying? And
but did anyone tell you maybe it's not a good idea to do that because they might arrest you after they hear you say that or read it in your book? Like, did anyone close to you say, not a good idea?
That was the ghostwriters did it. I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? I don't know nothing about no Winston Churchill, Frank Sinatra. Just read the book. You know I didn't write that book. You know what I'm saying? And the black thing,
I'm trying my best not to laugh because mental health, mental wealth is real. This shit doesn't make any sense. Like, I've been, like him saying, I had a ghostwriter write the book. When the lady Vanessa said, do you have any? No, he doesn't have anybody in his corner telling him that this is dumb as shit. Like, no, don't just go get the money, nigga. You're going to jail. Like, this doesn't make any sense. It's like you did a tell-all book and he says, you know I ain't write that. Frank Sinatra, Winston Churchill. And what really is starting to bother me, and I think that this is becoming a thing, that they're sending mentally ill people out to do dumb shit and then claiming I'm crazy. Like the bull, the shitty cuz nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, yo, it's always like, now we just gonna blame it on, oh, I'm insanity. I had to I don't know, like autism is real, all types of stuff. I've heard people say he's autistic and all different types of shit. Like the whole, even with Kanye, I'm a genius and then I'm crazy. And then you got the people that say that genius, borderline insanity. Like, this shit is nutty, like for real. And he don't seem like he got all his screws together. So if he's down to take the bid and being like, well, I done lived most of my life, well, I ain't really gonna make it, I'm gonna just do this cash grab. To me, it feels very murky right now, especially watching that Diddy documentary and seeing how it ended and the justice for Tupac. Man, if there is any type of correlation between Keefe D and Diddy and this, who would have thought that Suge, Diddy, and Keefe D are all in jail at the same time? And they was all there the night that Pac died. Like, this shit is like from big, like, it is one of the biggest, I find myself like, as a person that's trying to get more diverse in my content, like I hate reporting on dumb shit, but like we need to speak up. I can't even say we need to speak about more. We need help. Mental health is real. But he goes on. So let's backtrack. That's him in prison today, right? He's about to go on trial for Tupac. But a couple years ago, you know, he laid back like this, feeling like he in the mob. He's on an interview with Vlad TV, but the energy and the temperament isn't even the same. So it's just like, yo, that wasn't me, now it's me. I don't know what's going on, especially with this documentary, but let's get into this clip of him on Vlad TV, basically breaking down the book and everything that went down that night.
What happens next? You know, based on what the book says, Zip gave you guys a Glock, and you guys tossed it in the back seat. And Bubble Up was the driver, and Baby Lane and Freaky were in the back seat.
We was just all in the car together. Just say that.
This was the white Cadillac?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are driving around, and then you hear these girls say, Tupac, Tupac.
No, we coming up, what's the name? What's that, Flamingo? Yeah, I think that's Flamingo. We was coming up Flamingo and got to the light. We was gonna go drink and smoke some weed, and he happened to be hanging out the window. He was hanging out the window like he was in a parade.
Tupac?
Yeah, he was.
So what happens next?
And we just came, and shit. I ain't gonna go into the details like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you got it in the book. You done played it, everything else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, in the book, you said that as you're driving up towards the BMW, with Suge driving and Tupac in the passenger seat, and you said that Tupac pulled out a gun.
It looked like he was reaching, yeah. Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you actually see a gun?
No, shit. Once he got the reaching, I got the ducking.
So someone from your car
That's what happened.
started shooting.
I really don't know, like the energy and the temperament from the first interview that I played when he's talking to the lady versus him with Vlad TV is not the same. It's like, oh yeah, he was hanging out the window, and you know it's in the book for whatever, you know, and I don't know, but he still doesn't seem like he's got it all together. What I think is fucked up. And at the end of the day, you got to take accountability for things, right? There are some people, like the shorty that drove with the rifle all the way from Florida to go for Rihanna. Like, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, mental health is real. We can't just keep chalking it up to insanity. But if you know that somebody's got a couple screws loose and they don't give a fuck and they don't care to go to jail, it's like you're setting somebody up for a dummy mission when they don't even like care to begin with. Like, I'm not blaming nobody for what Keefe did or didn't do, right? Keefe D did or didn't do. He has to take accountability, and he's going to have his day in court. But to be backtracking and be like, I didn't write the book, that's not this, niggas put me up to this, you know what I'm saying? I got a script, and they told me to say whatever. My thing is that if that's the case, and you don't care about taking a plea, then what is the point of doing all this shit right now? Like, if you're saying that I'm not going to take the plea, I'm going to die in jail, but I didn't do all of this right now, and you don't care to get out, what is the issue? Now, I don't know, to me, it's like it's making me think that Diddy documentary, it's a lot of different variables that are going on. I don't think that this is just random and coincidental. But we're going to get back into the interview of him talking about that he ain't do it. Somebody put him up to it. They wrote the script.
But then when I was watching the interview this week, and the way you sort of go through it by play, like, then this happened, it's very believable.
They wrote me a script to follow. My lawyer came with the script. It seemed like he was in bed with them the whole time.
When you were talking in this interview about Tupac's murder, and when you were doing this book, were you considering maybe his family at all?
No, I just did it for the money, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to feed my family, you know what I'm saying? And it's wrong. It's just wrong. I'm an innocent man. And they said, yeah, crib. I haven't been around that stuff since like 89. I stopped that stuff, pulled up my pants. I'm not no leader, no Crips, or none of that stuff. That's wrong. They just trying to make their case look good or something. He's the leader of the Crips. He's way up there in the Crips. No, I'm not.
Yeah. Now he's no longer gangster since 89. This shit is like that's why I always tell y'all, if y'all really gang, bang the like button. You ain't got to do all that extra shit. The colors that we rep over here is Neapolitan, chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, all flavors, love all baddies. But that shit is really, really weird and goofy. He's saying that, no, I'm not a Crip anymore. People put me up to doing all these other different things. And it's like, when I remember watching that documentary, the Surviving Diddy or whatever, I forgot which episode it was, but it was something that was like, Diddy was walking around talking about something, I got $1 million or 100K on a nigga head or something like that. And you saying this in a room full of Crips or Bloods or whatever, because, you know, you had Suge Knight and you had the Bloods and all these other different things. When you go back and you look at it, that the party that Diddy threw and them saying, and again, I'm not making this about this, but when I go back to that documentary, y'all go back and y'all can check it out. I am not a lawyer, I'm a journalist. You know what I'm saying? I'm here. I got my degree and it's for HU, you know. But him just like, now that I'm looking at certain parts of the story in the timeline, I'm gonna just say it now. I don't know how this shit is gonna play out. But Keefe D said he's not taking no plea. He don't give a fuck. He gonna die. Most Americans don't live that long. So he said, fuck it. He just gonna just stay in jail. He don't even care. But let's look at this last clip for what Keefe has to say.
Has the DA's office offered you any plea deals, and would you consider a plea deal?
I'm not gonna take no plea deal because I didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm 63, I had a cancer battle, and I got 3 stents to my heart. And the average American lives to like 74 years old. 10 years, I'm dead. So what I don't like taking a deal, you know what I'm saying? I heard it was like something from 10 to 25. I'm not gonna do that, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna take a deal like that, and I have. Especially after I haven't done nothing. I'm an innocent man.
How concerned are you that you'll be convicted after this trial and you won't get to spend your final years with your family?
Yeah, I think the Ninth Circuit Court's gonna let me go. I think they're gonna let me go, because it's not right. I'm gonna be all right though, because God upstairs, he got me, and he know I am this. Yeah, and I hate I put my family in jeopardy like this.
Mental health, mental wealth is real. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even say I feel bad for Keefe D, but for him, he don't seem like he got it all together up top. And for him to say, I think they're gonna let me out, and then the man upstairs got me, and that my bad for my family, like, I'm not gonna lie, like, just looking at him and the way that he's speaking, I'm not saying that he did or didn't do it. It just really seems like mentally they got the right person to get the dumb job done. You know, don't be dumb, a crash dummy. Like, and that's what's scary right now. You kept hearing him say for the money. It is very scary. Money is man-made. Another man can make the money. Like, you are one of one. Your parents had to come together, you know, by the grace of God for you to be able to be here on this planet. But when you think about the shit that people would do for money is wild. Like, you could really be out here living your best life and someone's willing to put a number to take you out. Like, this shit is like, it's scary. It's like when I see, it's a lot of our black men. Like, I was watching the Rock Solid podcast with Remy and Bleak. That was a really, really great episode. But he was talking about women being the pioneers right now in the music game. But all I see is really black men tearing each other down in different types of areas. It's beef, pause, beef. It's like everywhere. And then you see some shit like this, man. Like I said, the Jim Jones episode, The Education, that I saw, we need to see more of that, because I feel like when I am up here talking, if y'all go through my episodes, I'm looking, like, if y'all got any suggestions, y'all let me know. It's a lot like, this is not how our black men need to be like portrayed out here. You know what I'm saying? We have other things that's going on. And a lot of niggas out here is getting money, but niggas is still mad. It looks to me like no matter how much money you get and the baddest bitches you can get, you're still going to be worried about if his bitch is badder and if he got more money. I don't get it. ASAP Rocky out here looking extremely unbothered. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, what is it really going to take? It's not money, because look at Keefe D. He said he wanted the money, but look at where he's at. You know what I'm saying? It's man-made. Y'all got to really rethink this shit, man, because this shit is nutty. But anyways, if you really gang bang that like button. If you like the vibe, subscribe. If you don't have good energy, keep your ass inside. You're tuning to the Tasmania Show with Taz Tikoon, brought to you by Tazzy's Baddies. Let's go.
Tikoon running up the score, Tazzy's Baddies on the floor. And that ass is super fatty, call me Zaddy, throw some more. Super nasty, she a savage, slaughter fucker like a whore. Popping bottles, foreign models, Tikoon on the world tour. Shorty, what you bad for? Turn this to a hit-a-thon. Damn, all your bitches bad, tell them they can come along.